Ahoy there, if you're new to the channel, I'm Heidi and I live aboard my narrowboat home, the Rum Wench, with my little dog Bonnie. Join us as we travel the UK's canals and rivers in search of treasure and adventure. This week we got loads of snow, so let's rewind and see what happened. Good morning everyone, it's a nice blue sky today. It is a little bit blowy, but I can cope with that. I wasn't planning on moving today, however this morning I ran out of water and it was an absolute disaster. I was mid-shower, mid-lathering and soaping myself up. Suddenly the shower started to splutter. My pump was making a really revving noise because the pump pumps the water. And then I remembered once reading somewhere that you should never let your shower pump run dry because it can set on fire. So then I'm panicking, unable to see with shampoo in my face, running down the boat naked, falling over me nipples, trying to find my little panel box, fuse box, so I could turn the pump off. So that was my joyous morning today. Living off-grid requires being organised because so much of your day is spent keeping things ticking over, like running the engine to charge the batteries so the fridge stays cold, the lights stay on and the phone stays alive. Conserving water is also a big deal, and thankfully the Rum Wench has a massive water tank, nearly 1,000 litres, so I usually live like a queen. I shower daily, use the washing machine and smugly sail through 3 weeks without worry. But it's been quite a while and I was almost tempted this morning to use the water in the dog's bowl to make a coffee, but I didn't. We're running out of water this morning. What a huge rookie mistake. Completely bad planning on my behalf. I'm just so glad that we're not frozen in or anything like that, because that would have been horrendous. So you've got to look on the positive side, haven't you? There could always be a worse situation. Anyway, the water point is just round this corner. It's like a mirage. So I've made it to the water point here and filling up with water, thankfully. I've also just put my washing machine on. There's also bins here. So this is all good, but I think it's gonna rain. So hopefully I can get this all filled and get myself moored up before that happens. But because I was so low, it is gonna take quite a while.
Much later.
Ready to set off. I've only been there about an hour and a half, which is good because the last time I was low on water, I was at water point for about 3 hours. So it all depends on the pressure, as it were. Right, Bonnie, time to go. Let's get moored up before it starts to rain. So it was lovely and blue when we set off this morning, but now it's just a big white sky, very cloudy. You can smell the rains on its way. So I'm hoping we get moored up before that happens. But another good thing about today, getting all the water and faffing about, getting rid of all the rubbish, is we've charged all the batteries as well. So I've just moored up here and look at all the trees from all the storms we've had. Loads of branches, so I'll be able to stock up on all my kindling here. Look at it. Wow. Good morning everyone. I wondered why I wasn't getting much solar on me solar panels this morning. That's because they're caked in snow. But it is really lovely waking up to such a very pretty winter wonderland. However, obviously I can't go cruising because the boat's caked in snow, the ground's caked in snow, it's very slippy. And also the roads aren't very good either, so getting away in my van's going to prove a bit difficult. Also it's very cold, so I might have to hunker down for a couple of days and hopefully the weather will improve. But this is winter on the canals. Very, very beautiful, but it can be hard work due to obviously the weather. One of the good things about being moored where I am is I've managed to get the van for my parents and got it parked very nearby. In fact, it's right here. Which means I can use the time to sort of prepare the van ready for a little bit of a winter adventure. I'm in search of warmer climates. I've had enough of this weather. It's very limited. And if you remember last year, I took old Polly the van here to Belgium, France, Spain and Portugal in search of warmer weather. And I'm thinking of doing something similar this year. I can't go for as long, I haven't got the money, and I'm also being blacked in March, which means my boat is going to be taken out of the water and the bottom given a good old fettling. Also, we've got lots of winter stoppages, all the canal closures at the moment for maintenance, and I can't go ahead because that's the Bridgewater Canal and there's a huge breach there. Very, very sad. So it only means turning around and going the other way, but there's also stoppages there. So it would mean I've just got a very short part to cruise, a very short bit of canal to cruise. So this is winter on the canals. But I think whilst I'm hungered down for the next few days, I'm going to start making some plans. It looks like I'm going to be moored here for quite a while because I've just looked on the weather app and it's going down to -8 tonight, and we've also got more snow on the way. But on an upside, whilst I am moored here, my friend Ricky's moored just around the corner and he's a boat electrician. He's the same guy that fixed all my gear problem issues. He's a fantastic guy. This boat's quite an old boat and bits of electrics have been added here, there and everywhere. And he had a look, and what he's going to do is completely take everything apart, start again with thicker wire, fuses, a new fuse board, isolator switches, and he's going to also upgrade my alternator. So at least whilst I am stuck, something's going to be happening with the boat, and I've got my boat safety in March, so hopefully, yeah, might as well kill two birds with one stone, haven't we? I'm stuck here anyway. At least something will be going on. Good morning. So we are currently now on day 5 of snow and I can't go anywhere. The canal is frozen solid. That's on the outside, all that snow there. I mean, it's looking beautiful though. But I was meant to be going away in my van and I can't get the boat to the marina because I can't cruise it because the ice is so thick. So, oh hello. So I don't know what we're going to do. But it is lovely. Just got to make the best of it, haven't you? Over the last 5 or 6 days, poor Ricky has been working hard in my rear entrance and in the engine room. He's fitted me all new cabling. I've got a new alternator which gives out so much more amps, so when I'm running my boat the batteries charge a lot quicker. He's put everything in fuse boxes and everything's safe. I've got new type of isolators because my old isolators were the red ones and they're only rated up to a certain ampage, and I've got all new gear, like I've got a bigger inverter, bigger battery charger than what the boat had originally. So he's just sorted everything out so it's all nice and safe for when I'm cruising. It's took him quite a few days. It's cost me a bit of money as well. But the boat's safe, and I know that Ricky always does a really good job of everything. I think he's a bit OCD because he checks everything all the time, and all the cabling, no of those little blocks where you screw wires in, it's all been shrink wrapped, whatever you call it, and everything's just perfect. So the Rum Wench now, electric wise, she's up to standards. She's gonna be great for the future. She's future proof. She's ready for all her future adventures, but what I need now is for this snow and ice to melt so that I can head off on my adventures. And if you can remember what it used to look like, I had cables all over the place, all down everywhere, so when I was putting my bike in and out I could rip a cable out, but now everything is all hidden behind all this posh trunking as well. So the canal unfortunately is still frozen and it's been a week like this. But to add to my troubles today is I went to start my van. I'm planning all my European van trip. I'm meant to be leaving at the end of the week to get down to France. And as soon as I started the van up, pressed my clutch in and it just went straight to the floor. So my clutch cables snapped. I think, I'm not a mechanic. I've rung the brake down and they're coming out very shortly. But I'm now unable to move the boat and unable to move the van. What a bloody nightmare. Oh, but how beautiful is this? And at least I've got loads of friends and family nearby. Things could be worse. So we're going to have ourselves a classic Sailor Jerry's rum tonight, 80% proof, because after the week I've had, this is really needed. And whilst I am pouring this, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, look at that. I've earned this, guys. Let me take you in that rear entrance.
Let me take you in the rear entrance to the boatman's cabin for a little
So, what a week, eh? We're frozen in solid. The boat's electrics have all been made safe and upgraded. And the van decided to go on a little adventure of its own to the garage. But we're still in good spirits here aboard the Rum Wench. Bonnie's chewing on a yak chew and I've got me rum, so, you know, life's good, innit? It is good. But the problem is now is the garage can't look at the van till Monday anyway, so I can't go anywhere. I can't get this boat to the marina. I'm booked in at Park Farm. I can't get there, frozen solid. So, you know, it's out of our control. We've just got to make the best of it. Anyway, let's say cheers. Cheers, everyone. Woohoo! Just wet the lips. Top ones. Oh, that's lovely. Let's have another. Come on. You only live once. Them shot glasses, they don't hold much, do they, really? Anyway, we've got 2 ditties today. One's very, very short, and it's to make up for last week not reading a ditty out. So the first one is from Frankie, and it goes a little something like this. On a boat named the Rum Wench, Heidi sails through England's canals, facing storms and gales. She laughs at the winds with humour and cheer, For boat life's adventures she holds no fear. Off-grid and alone she tackles each test, for life on the water suits her the best, and for those who follow her canal boat ride, her humour and spirit inspire with pride. Oh, bless you, Frankie, that's a right good one, that is. And the next one, just a quick one, is from David Dishon, and it goes a little something like this. Over the lips and across the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. Cheers, let's have another. Oh. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen in next week's video, because if this freezing canal doesn't thaw and my van isn't fixed, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But hopefully, it has said the weather is going to pick up. So we'll see. You'll have to tune in next week, won't you, to find out. But anyway, I am going to leave the video here. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, absolutely free. And before I go, just a huge, massive thanks to my lovely, gorgeous patrons. And whilst I'm talking of patrons, I've got 4 new pirates to read out, and that's Susan O'Rourke, Tina Biscuit, Erica Beechler and Ever Destruction. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay warm, take care and drink rum. Woo!